So go ahead, just don't, you don't even have to look at the camera if you don't want to. You're saying, wait, go back and say what you just said.
I was just commenting that it's deep, like knowing yourself, like knowing who you are behind closed doors and when other people are around you. I just feel like that's super deep. That's super deep. It's gonna have me in deep thought all day.
Good. That's really good. And I know, especially with Black actors, there is the code switching element. Do you ever think about, like, how do you feel about that concept? Is it even true?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. I feel like I code switch a lot, and it benefits me a lot as well. And it's hard to find the balance because I feel like code switching is beneficial, but I also don't want to feel unauthentic in certain environments that I'm in. But like, for example, when I serve, me being a waiter, I code switch all the time. Like, it's my biggest moneymaker, honestly, because if I have somebody come in and they look like they're in a bad mood, I have one of two decisions. I could either A, try to make them in a better mood, or B, not be in such a great mood to where they're annoyed by me being in a good mood because they're in a bad mood. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It feels very complicated.
It is complicated, but it's helpful. Especially like if I walk up to an older white couple versus if I walk up into a modern Black couple. I feel like the way that I interact will be different.
Yeah, boy, isn't that true? Well, that's a problem with Black actors. Because I've coached a lot of Black actors, and it is a problem to take away all the layers of code switching and get to who
they really are.
You really are.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And
I don't know. I feel like I have mixed feelings about it.
About what?
I feel like you should be able to be authentic in all environments.
You should,
fully be
but it's ingrained in you from childhood, right? Like it starts.
And that's not how the world works. Like I feel like code switching is an important part, especially for us.
Yeah.
Like you said.
But even in Atlanta, I think this city's amazing for Black actors because you don't have to code switch. And I could be ignorant because I'm not a Black person, but I am partnered up with a Black person.
I feel like it's just so different for everybody. I feel like a lot of the times we'll code switch at the beginning until we know we don't have to. You know what I mean?
Right, where you're assessing the exits. Like,
right.
Should I leave now? Am I safe here?
We'll get a character read on somebody, and then I'll be like, okay, I could be myself around this person.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to have to be yourself around the camera.
Yeah. Can't code switch for the camera. Because they'll know.
Yeah.
Because they'll know.
And you do it without even realizing it.
Yeah, I know. And that's why what you were saying is resonating with me so much, because if I'm doing it without realizing it, I have to realize it so that I can stop doing it. You know?
Yeah.
And like you said, that's nothing to do with acting. It's everything about internal, but like you said, acting is internal. So yeah. I guess I got some character development or character.
And you're not acting by yourself. I mean, if you wanted to act by yourself, it'd be easier and you could just do a one-person show and then it would just be you and you could just be yourself. And all you would have to do is worry about connecting with the audience.
Kind of like Enough.
Yeah.
Kind of like Enough.
Yeah.
But that's not what I want.
What do you want?
I want to be able to connect with everybody as me, authentically, and not code switch. And I feel like me being able to do that on the camera has to start with me being able to do it in person, you know? I just gotta be...
What are your unsafest places that you are in where you have to code switch?
The unsafest places. I feel like in towns where people that look like me are very rare to see, I'd say. Like in Rome versus Atlanta, night and day. It is night and day. There is such a high...
That's true. It's very white.
Rome is diverse, but it is very white as well. So
yeah.
Those...
And it's Republican, isn't it?
It is.
You need to move to Atlanta.
I need to immediately, but I'm trying to be smart about how I come to Atlanta. But
like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that entail? Being smart.
In terms of financially. In terms of, like, when I am in Rome, I'm living with my auntie right now. It was kind of...
Oh, that's good.
Exactly. So I came down here, and it was like, hey, auntie, I'm trying to chase my dream. I've never met her.
Chase your dream. Okay, first of all, if it's a dream, it will never be reality. And what does it mean to chase?
To chase, to follow it.
Because chasing sounds like you're never
gonna get it.
Like
chasing
your
tail.
Chasing. Yeah. So there's a lot of... There's a lot of phrases like that drive me crazy. Chase your dream. Follow your dream is not great either because it remains a dream.
Right.
You're not saying, I'm going to follow my reality.
What would you say?
What is the right thing to say?
Follow your reality?
Just say, I'm an actor.
I'm an actor. I'm trying to...
No, you're not trying. You're an actor.
I'm an actor.
Just say you are an actor.
Yeah.
Are you an actor?
I am. But when I was talking...
So you're not chasing.
No.
You're already here.
You're right.
Also, when people say, oh, it's just who you know, that drives me crazy.
And not what you know?
Well, you know, it's people who are getting roles, it's because who they know.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't really make much sense at all.
Yeah.
I do think who you know is just as beneficial as what you know. I feel like who you know gets you in the room, but what you know keeps you in it.
So who do you know that got you in the rooms for those independent films? Anybody?
No. Not really.
Then,
in terms of the independent films, I really just applied and marketed myself for them. But I guess, yeah, you got me there because I didn't really know anybody to get the roles that I've gotten so far.
Yeah. So, and you don't have to know the producers of Will Trent to get a role. You just have to get a really good agent.
And to do that, you have to do what you need to do to get a really good agent.
You just need to get referred by somebody in the industry that they've worked with before.
So that can be argued who you know, but still, you gotta have the talent to.
Yeah, because I'm not going to refer you
If
unless yeah, I'm not going to refer you right now because you suck.
Right. That is a way to look at it.
So how does that make you feel, me saying that?
Motivated to not suck.
And what does it mean to not suck?
I don't know. Only because I feel like for me not to suck to myself is different for me not to suck for somebody from somebody else's point of view, you know?
I don't think so. I think it's all the same.
I don't know. I feel like somebody could think that they're an amazing actor, but to the world, they suck as an actor.
Well, they're just delusional.
Yeah. But wouldn't that technically be a difference between if they suck to them or if they suck to the world? Like, somebody could be really kind of like good and evil. You were talking about good and evil.
Yeah.
And how there's really, it's a fine line because somebody could really think they're doing something right. There could be a murderer thinking that he's making the world a better place. Whole time he's murdering. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like.
That sounds more like a movie.
It does sound like a movie. But also as an actor, like, you could think that you're really a good actor. You could love everything that you're making. For example, I love enough more, like, I fell in love with enough as soon as I seen it. But I couldn't see the flaws as well as somebody like you could from an outside perspective. You know?
Smart. Yeah.
So
yeah. How do you feel about enough now that I've teared it down?
I still feel great about it.
That's
Feel
good.
great about it, but I also take the notes very seriously.
Okay.
Because I don't need people blowing smoke up my ass at all. It doesn't benefit me. And I have enough people doing that at home.
So what people at home, like your aunt, does she blow smoke up your ass?
No, I think she just doesn't really know. You know, like she could look at it and be like, no, that's good acting, but for her to say it's good acting versus a casting director to say it's good acting,
I don't know.
Different.
Has your aunt ever given you a critique of your stuff?
No.
You should ask her because I bet she could tell you the truth.
I think she could too. It's funny because, okay, I'm very passionate about this. Back in Pittsburgh, when I first said I was going to pursue acting, nobody understood it. Nobody got it, right? They were just like, oh yeah, that's cool, like, good luck. Like, they didn't take it seriously. How could they? You know, I didn't do anything to make them take it seriously. But when I was first ordering things and trying so hard to make sure that I got up and running, finding an agent, nobody understood it, but they still relatively, or in some capacity, supported me. After I dropped the Dick's Sporting Goods commercial, everything changed.
I bet.
Everything. The way that people were texting me in my inbox, because it started with TikTok. And when I would post TikToks, people in high school used to laugh at me. People in high school used to laugh at me and they didn't understand it. But until I gained the following that I gained, then they started to pat me on the back. It was kind of the same way with the Dick's Sporting Goods commercial, and you can literally see a switch in how people acted. And that's why I feel like on my Instagram, like we talked about, so many people were like, oh, I think he'd be standoffish, or he'd be full of himself.
Because it's one note. Yeah, it's not really you.
It's not really me.
Yeah.
So they see these professional pictures and they see me, you know, posting BTS from different projects that I'm on, but they don't know me. So it's like, I want them to know me and know that I'm just a normal person that just decided that I wanted something and went to get it.
If you're just a normal person, are you going to be a good enough actor?
Normal is a terrible word to use.
But you just used it.
I did use it.
You know, words
What's a better
mean
word?
words mean
I
things.
lied. Yes, they do. Power, life, and death in the tongue. Instead of normal, I'd say I'm just a person. I'm just a person, just like everybody else. You know.